Hi everyone, Ron Standard here. Now I'm here to talk to you about the truth about Birdo. A lot of people have been messaging me about Birdo and coming up with various theories. But first, I want to just briefly explain what Birdo is if you've never seen Birdo before. Birdo is the greatest Nintendo character of all, in my opinion. It's a big pink dinosaur, and we'll show you a little picture here. Now immediately you think, yeah, that's a she, okay? Fairly obviously. But there's a bit of debate over this. And this mainly stems from the Super Mario Bros. 2 manual, and it states, and I quote, "He thinks he's a girl, and he spits eggs from his mouth." Now, there's two parts to that. He thinks he's a girl, and spits eggs from his mouth. They're both, that's kind of a weird sentence, I'll admit. But let's concentrate on the he thinks he's a girl. Now, I have a different theory. You see, I think that Birdo is definitely female. Alright? He's not male. Okay? Do you know how I know this? Well, Birdo lays eggs. Firstly, now this is fairly obvious, but I don't know of any animal that's male and lays eggs. Therefore, Birdo must be female. Okay, I know what you're gonna say. Dinosaur. How do we know that there weren't, male dinosaurs? Doesn't matter. Okay? Let's go on what we know, rather than what we don't know. So, what about Yoshi? If you've never seen Yoshi, or just want to see him again, here's a picture of Yoshi. There he is. He's got a big tongue. He also lays eggs, much like a Birdo. Not from his face, but from the usual position. And this, I would suggest, is that Yoshi is also female. Now, he's got that long tongue, which obviously, as a male, would come in handy under certain situations, if you know what I mean. But, I've got another theory. Yoshi must therefore be a lesbianum. Now, I know you might be shocked, so I'll just give you a moment to take that in. But Yoshi is probably a lesbianum, as far as I know. All the signs point to this. So, Birdo can fire eggs. And it's female, as I've already shown you. So, how to make baby Birdos? How does Birdos reproduce? Well, a male Birdo must be called a Murdo, just because it's a mixture of male and Birdo. It's pretty simple. So, how does it work? Well, Birdo fires eggs, okay? I have two theories about this, by the way. I'll come up with the next one. Birdo fires eggs very fast, so this must make things quite difficult to reproduce as a Birdo. But I think that the Murdo, or male Birdo, must have some kind of launcher downstairs. Downstairs, okay? And then would have to fire his packet and intercept the egg in midair before it splats and makes scrambled eggs, you see, and produce a lovely baby Birdo on the way. Now, I've mocked up an image of what a Murdo should look like. Obviously, it's sort of the inverse of a Birdo. It's got a launcher downstairs instead of upstairs, and it's got an ass on its face. So, here's a little image, but first I should warn viewers of a nervous disposition. This image is a little bit disturbing. So, if you want to look away and you're nervous, do that now. Okay, there it is. Yep, all its glory. Okay, you can turn back now, and let's get on to my second theory as to how they reproduce. You see, Birdo fires eggs from the face, so Birdo must have sexual organs in the throat. So, I think you might be able to see where I'm going with this. Yeah, so the evidence for this really is, how would you explain Birdo's snout is in that shape? It just looks... I'll leave you to complete that thought on your own. So, there's my theory. Birdo is therefore female. I think I've demonstrated that well enough. Aside from the usual things like it's pink and it has a bow, but I think that is pretty conclusive. So, this is Ron Standard Jr., aka GamerPro, signing